Here we will have some concluding remarks regarding MRP, and we will discuss an important concept of bucketless MRP as well. So one important point is that the last row of the MRP matrix shows planned order release if the part is to be purchased. So that will be planned purchased order released if the part is to be purchased. And if the part is to be manufactured within the firm, then the last row shows the production order release. So these are the two outputs of the MRP. So last row could show any of these two things, purchase order released or production order released. So in case of purchase order release, we were talking about the purchase lead time. In case of production order release, we were talking about the production lead time. So one thing that you might have noticed is that in all examples, the time bucket was 1 week, the examples that we saw. It could be a day as well. But practically, it is difficult to use the time bucket of 1 week or even sometimes the time bucket of 1 day. Because, for example, if the purchase lead time is say 10 days, and if you are taking week equal to 7 days, that is, you are also considering the off days as well. So 10 days is greater than 1 week, and of course it is less than 2 weeks. So how could you incorporate such time period that are sort of greater than a week or 2 weeks or less than the whole number of 1 week, 2 weeks or 3 weeks and so on. So practically, what is in more common use is bucketless MRP. So we don't consider time buckets, neither in terms of days nor in terms of weeks. So what is a bucketless MRP? Bucketless MRP, the planning bucket is 1 day and only days with associated events are displayed. Time bucket is 1 day and only days with associated events are displayed. The system will process and display demand and planned order quantities by date rather than by longer buckets of time. So here we focus on dates, nor on days or weeks. So only dates that contain relevant information are shown. So here the top column is having dates. If a specific action is required, the system specifies the exact date rather than just listing the week it needs to be done. So here is just a portion of a bucketless MRP matrix. So we are planning for a part C, and its lead time is 2 weeks. We could show here week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on as well, but we are not doing that. And we are mentioning the dates, as you can see from here. So what we are emphasizing here is that we have an inventory of 2 items available, and we have scheduled receipts of 5, so we have inventory of 7 on this 8th of January 2018. So there are no gross requirements till 15th of January. On 16th of January, we have gross requirements of 4. We have 7 available. So ending inventory on this 16th of January will be 3 items, and we will carry these items for the remaining periods until there is a gross requirement. So on 29th of January, we have gross requirements of 4, and we have 3 items available, so net requirements will be 1. So if we have a lot size policy of 5, we will place an order of 5 items 2 weeks earlier so that we can receive 5 2 weeks later. But here, the starting date, the date on which the order is released is 16th of January, and the date on which the order is received is 29th of January. So that is 2 weeks. So from 16th till 29th of January. So that is bucketless MRP. So we are only mentioning the dates on which something is happening. So if we are having scheduled receipts, or we have gross requirements, or we had planned order release, receipt or release. So if there is some action on a certain date, only that date is mentioned. All the intermediate dates are omitted, and this is how practically material requirements planning is done. We have discussed two outputs of MRP: planned order release and purchase order release. The third was the action message or exception message. So an action message or exception message is an output of a system that identifies the need for and type of action to be taken to correct a current or potential problem. A good MRP system generates action messages to advise the planner when some event needs some attention. So there could be different forms an action message could take. They could be releasing an order earlier than that would be according to the standard logic. It could be rescheduling the delivery of an item. It could be canceling the order of an item. It could be expediting an order based on some problems that the system has. Very important output. So sort of dialog box appears. So there is some alert, so that actually that is triggered, so that notifies the planner of some action to be taken. So a computer is necessary in an MRP system because of the complex interactions of the dependent inventory items and the dynamic nature of inventory levels. MRP is implemented through software, either standalone applications as we discussed in the beginning, or processes integrated into manufacturing resource planning or ERP applications. So this topic aimed at helping you understand what is happening in the background of this automated system. So we were focusing on the logic of MRP that is actually implemented in these software packages, so that you can use these packages, you can plan better, and you can effectively use these software applications. Thank you.